Welcome to the 1 to 9 podcast for interesting insights and knowledge from animals and other beings within multidimensional realms. Hello, Diana.
Hello, Karin.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. And we're both dressed in pink.
Oddly enough, I did not plan this, and Diana may or may not have planned her pink, but
I was already planning to wear this, regardless of who the featured guest will be here today.
Right. And who is the featured guest today?
The featured guest, sort of like popped up yesterday. I want to be on, and it's the color pink.
Oh, awesome. And that's why we're dressed in pink today, I think.
Yeah, and we have all these pink paintings and cards and objects, the drinks, watermelon around us.
We found everything in my house that was pink to add to this podcast experience today.
So the featured guest is already here, and it's feeling he, she, it, whatever, they. Okay, they are feeling quite comfortable because they're feeling all this pink here, right?
So they feel at home when surrounded by pink as well.
They feel pinker. Pinker.
Oh, interesting. So describe what this pink guest looks like.
Okay, so when they, I don't want to say it, I think we actually have to come up with some kind of word to describe a metaphysical being that's not...
Well, we could just say it's a multidimensional they. You know, it doesn't have like a typical form, right?
Well, it does kind of, right? But as opposed to things that we have come in and been guessed previously, which were animals and fruits and vegetables, right? This is basically a color.
We want to call it a metaphysical color or a metaphysical being or a multidimensional.
Well, I guess it is a being.
You want to say being, like a color being.
Because it's got some kind of... It's alive.
Mm-hmm. Right? Well, maybe we don't have a pronoun for it. Maybe it's a being.
Okay, I'm just going to continue with they. Okay. So when pink came in, maybe 2 minutes ago, it was this swirling kind of energy, which was kind of pink. I mean, it's concentrated in the middle, and then the edges are just like swirling around. And actually, a lot of the paintings here convey that in terms of, but the paintings, you've captured kind of like the swirling part of it as, you know, the petals of the flowers in the case of the paintings of roses and the lotus flower.
You have a passion flower over there and a zinnia flower.
Yeah, and then kind of like the figure eights, and then the circle, you've got a circle which has various kinds of pinks in there, but it's also in motion, right? Mm-hmm. So pink is in motion. It's just swirling around continuously, kind of like around a nucleus of pink. And it's very beautiful, actually, you know. They're saying thank you.
So can we ask why pink wanted to be here today?
They wanted to... because they are basically love and joy.
Love and joy? Yeah. But a certain vibration of love and joy, or is that the color vibration of love and joy?
It's the color vibration.
Of love and joy. And so if we bring... Well, traditionally, so if we bring pink into our lives, like pink clothes or pink car or pink house or pink painting of some kind, you would be, pink flowers, you'd be engulfing yourself in love and joy.
Yes.
The energy of that love and joy.
Yes, the energy of love and joy.
Well, that's...
So pink wanted to come in and show people that they can create this in their everyday lives.
Just by bringing more pink in.
By bringing more pink in and kind of like thinking pink.
Oh, pink thoughts could work too, huh?
Yeah. So I had a very strange experience last week. This is relating to, I guess, emotions of love and joy. And somehow the pink is connected too. I didn't realize it until now. So anyway, I was in Chincoteague for the past couple of weeks, and I had gone to a yoga / meditation class last Thursday. And when I meditate, I don't chant or anything. It's like a guided meditation. But this woman was very good, and she had all kinds of meditations where you chant, right? And so she interspersed this with yoga postures. So the last meditation she did was the longest one, and I forget what chant it was. But anyway, I guess I should preface this by saying a couple of days before I went to before Thursday, Horace and my grandfather, long dead, who's now sort of like a being of, there's light always behind him. They were sitting on the shed that's directly behind my house. And it's like they were waiting for something.
Waiting for you to paint your shed pink?
It is painted pink. Actually, the house is pink.
Okay. Diana has a bed and breakfast, and
the house is pink and the shed is pink.
Right, okay.
Okay, wow. Well, anyway, not a couple of people in the class, and we're doing the meditation and chanting. And it's like I get these incredible feelings of love and joy. They're just overwhelming to me, completely overwhelming. This has only happened to me once before. And they're so intense and so beautiful. It's like I start crying. So the tears are kind of like...
Oh, tears of love and joy.
Tears of love and joy are kind of like rolling down my cheeks. And I'm thinking, oh God, what if somebody sees me? They're going to think this is really weird. But basically, people have got their eyes closed. And then until, of course, the end of the chant. And then it's like, okay, people open their eyes. But by then, when the chanting is finished, kind of like the feelings of love and joy kind of like dissipate. But it's like, it was like really unbelievable. And then Horace and my grandfather fade away in a couple of days. And then there's this celebratory parade in my head. But in between...
And by the way, just a note to everybody's listening, the celebratory parade is here with us today also on this podcast.
Yes, they're in the bleachers.
We have a whole...
waving their hands.
Right, we have a whole audience of multidimensional beings, one of which is this celebratory parade.
So the next day, I go for my massage, and she's a really good massage therapist, and I don't know what she's doing. I mean, it's like, I don't know massage techniques, but anyway, the whole massage, I feel like somehow my insides are being scrubbed clean, and I'm realizing now that the color associated with that is pink.
Oh.
You know?
So it's a transformational situation that's happening within you related to the color pink.
Right.
Do you think it's from spending so much time in a pink bed and breakfast house?
No, I don't know. It has something to do with these feelings of love and joy that somehow were generated by this chant.
Does the pink come in when you do something like that to facilitate, or is the pink always there and you could use it to create this?
I don't know. Like I said, this is only the second.
Well, ask the pink.
Oh, the pink, right. Oh, pink is saying that pink is around all the time for anybody who wants to tap into it.
And by tapping into it, you could, maybe the chant tapped into it, helped to tap into it, but you can find ways to tap into this pink.
Yes.
Besides just having the color. Because you were saying earlier, think about the pink.
Yeah, think about the pink, or wear pink, or, you know, color your nails pink or whatever, color your hair pink.
But a lot of people do stuff like that naturally. They're sort of drawn to pink for various sundry reasons. But if you made a conscious decision to bring pink into your life, you
will find your thoughts changing.
You will find that's what the pink's saying. So it's basically telling you to consciously invite it in for that purpose of bringing love and joy.
Yes. Yes.
Does it work better if you're consciously aware of it versus just...
No, pink is saying it can happen spontaneously, kind of like on its own, when who you are gets to be a certain vibrational frequency, and then it kind of like just...
It helps you go to the next level.
It just, yeah, and you can do that kind of like without you thinking about it consciously.
Right. And could you invite it in to do it consciously?
Yes, you can.
And sort of exasperate that situation.
Yeah.
How does pink feel about other colors?
Oh, this is a very good point, right? Because before we started, there are some paintings here which have pink in them combined, well, not really combined, juxtaposed with other colors. Okay, so pink just told me that another reason why pink is associated with girls is because in general, pink is like really soft, incredibly soft, fuzzy, warm blanket. But depending on what other shades of pink and forms pink is combined with, right, that soft fuzziness can be transformed into something that's kind of like more intense, more emotional, more bolder, right? So Karin had just brought down this picture of an infinity standing upright on a background of beautiful, kind of like darker magenta-ish pink. But the infinity is now it's orange, so the effect of that is pink is saying, wow, this is like really bold, you know? The softness is kind of like muted, and what comes out is boldness. So if you want to sort of like have an element of boldness in your love and joy, you know, this is the painting to pick.
Like if you were going to be making a presentation in front of 10,000 people, you'd want to be a bold love and joy versus maybe
right, exactly.
cuddling at home with your baby.
Right.
So interesting how softness is, back to that other comment, interesting how softness is associated with girls.
I know, isn't it?
It is, because... And the pink has told us this, right?
Pink has told us this, yes.
So is
feminine energy supposed to be soft? It's like something you sink into.
So the feminine energy versus the masculine energy, one is the process of creation, and the other one is the process of the form. So yeah, it's always, in a balanced existence, feminine and masculine are always trading places, form and manifestation, form and manifestation, form and creation, form and creation are constantly changing places. And, there's this ebb and flow of the masculine and feminine, but as far as people go, there's often a softness associated with women. They have a different fat makeup, so some of them have a different look than men, can be, more sinewy and muscular. And so, but I wouldn't have associated that with a color or signature. And that's why I kind of like to know what pink is saying is there are softer colors, so they relate to things that are generally softer. And if you become plump, do you become more feminine? Because you become softer?
No, actually, what I was thinking before, when you were talking about form, right? The interplay of masculine and feminine. What you kept doing with your hands all the time is making these swirling movements, right?
Yes.
Swirling, which is exactly what pink was saying. Pink says, the ideal or the highest vibration of pink is a combination of a certain shade of pink and the swirly
form.
The swirly form.
Interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And the swirly form is to have a specific...
Yeah, so with the softness, pink was saying, okay, so like it's soft, right? You feel like it's like you just like... If you jump into it or fall back into it, you're just like landing into a bed of feathers or whatever. But in reality, it's not just softness, because the form is really important.
Mm-hmm.
the swirly form is really important. And according to what you were saying before, sort of like the swirly form is the what?
It's a symbol of the balance between, well, the yin yang, the masculine, feminine, the expanded, the constricted.
Right. So the swirly form indicates there's a balance between masculine and feminine in the pink itself.
So when pink shows up in a swirly form, there's a balance there. And that's the difference between things that are not swirling. That's why this mimosa that's just linear may have a completely different energy to it.
Yes.
And maybe more of a feminine energy or a masculine energy. I'm not sure which one in the pink, but doesn't contain any swirls.
Right. Or in the case of this infinity symbol, the orange infinity symbol, which is standing upright, it's like, okay, there's still swirls in the infinity symbol, but the color is not exactly pink, even though the background is pink.
Right. Okay, so the swirls are there and it's still ever changing. Well, this has been interesting. Is there any additional information that
Yes. Okay, so behind the chair that pink is sitting on, I had noticed this previously, but now pink is saying, well, there's the salt behind it.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the salt.
Which is really important. And why is it important? Because it's pink, and salt is critical to, I guess, human existence.
It is.
Well, not just human, it's like
life. Right. Animals, at least animals, peoples, and fish.
Right.
We can't live without our salt.
Right.
Some of us live in the salt too, right?
Yeah.
Just ask a dolphin.
Right.
Are there any dolphins here?
They're kind of like, they're not in the bleachers. They're kind of like further out, but they were listening, I guess.
So is this salt is Himalayan pink salt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different kinds of pink salts, but this one particularly came from the Himalayas. So does that even make a difference? You want me to bring it over there?
Yeah. I mean, let's see if there's any kind of swirly patterns in it.
Oh, it's got mountain patterns, the kind of patterns rocks have in them. See that?
Okay, there's certainly shapes in there. Oh, and it's sparkly.
Oh, yeah, it's sparkly. Crystals everywhere.
Oh, boy.
The crystals are growing, too. They're growing out of this really big dish I have and climbing over the edge. It's almost like the salt is alive.
Huh.
See that?
Well, it is kind of, Okay, so pink, yeah.
So is there a particular benefit to having pink salt?
Yes, there is. Again, it depends on the person,
Right.
But
I
guess just even having a chunk of it in your house, so like something emanates out of it. Just like from the paintings and the photographs.
Right, so ions are emanating out of it, but you're saying there's actually some pink energy.
Pink energy. And it's enhanced by the sparkles.
Well, this and the watermelon are the only two actual natural pinks I have in here, because I don't have any flowers other than the photographs of flowers that are pink, because I didn't think to bring some pink flowers in the house.
Oh, that's okay. It doesn't. Pink is pink. I mean, the color is color.
Not everybody, but a lot of people have a piece of pink salt, Himalayan pink salt in their house now. They're made it.
They use it for cooking, I guess. Well, other things, or I don't know.
Well, it comes in a form of lamps and cooking blocks like I have, but lamps, and also for use as table salt. But a lot of people have the little candle holders and lamps now. They're sold everywhere.
And is there any kind of purpose?
Yeah, it releases a lot of ions. It balances out the EMF in your house, the air. So it's unrelated to the pink. It's a good balancer for a lot of computers and stuff like that. It'll keep the air neutral in your house. In fact, some spas have pink saunas, pink salt saunas. You can go into the sauna and sit in pink salt.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, Diana's not been in a pink rock salt sauna yet, but this is going to happen soon. I can feel
probably. it. I wonder if Spa World has got that.
It does. Spa World definitely has a pink salt room.
I've been to Spa World.
And you didn't go into a pink salt room?
I must have.
You must have. So you must have been in one before, but maybe that was then and this is now.
Right.
So the color coming out of... So the ion assistance and the energy balancing systems of this as salt has been studied, but not necessarily as color, as the pink color that's doing it.
But pink is saying there definitely, because it's pink, there's added elements that are being released or
of love and joy.
Yeah.
So you're picking up the ions, the balancing, all the other, whatever energetic vibrations, as well as the vibration of love and joy.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You think about that when you are sprinkling some Himalayan pink salt on your food.
Yeah, it's like I never thought of it that way.
Well, I hadn't either. Well, thank you, Pink, for that little tidbit. Is there an overreaching piece of advice that Pink has for us?
Pink has, Pink is saying, pay attention to colors in general. Okay, colors are very important. Colors and the shapes that they come in are very important. Now, with respect to pink, Pink is saying, I'm the color of love and joy. So if you want more love and joy in your life, increase the pink.
Okay, increase the pink.
Increase the pink. Increase and even think pink.
So this is thank you for that, Pink. So I have one last little silly question. So Diana's wearing a plain pink shirt. If I got my paintbrush out and I painted another swirly pink, maybe a little more pastel-y pink on top of her shirt, would she suddenly have more love and joy from that shirt? What would they say? What does Pink say?
What does Pink say? I don't know. Pink is saying, again, it kind of depends on the person. It's like
whether she can handle more pink than what she already chose to put on herself.
Right. And Diana already has sort of like a certain level of pinkness. I don't know if she wants to go higher at the moment.
Okay, so I shouldn't dabble with her what she wears. All right.
But the shorts I have on
have lots of other pinks on them too. I know.
And there are some swirly patterns there too.
Yep. So. Exactly. All right. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Pink.
Thank you, Pink.
And
Pink, you can stick around here. You know what, Pink, you can kind of like just suffuse Karen's house.
Well, I have a big affection for Pink, and I have kind of pink stairs going upstairs. I've got some. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of pink, and
no, but Pink is going to stick around.
Oh, Pink is going to stick around.
Pink energy is just going to.
Maybe the pink energy can help me execute a couple more paintings in the coming days. How about that, Pink?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all for this episode of the 1 to 9 podcast. Thank you for listening, and please sign up for our newsletter at 1to9podcast.com.